him. Again, as you were saying, did not travel with the team due to an injury. He's going to have to go up against Luke Lilledahl, who currently this season 4-0 as a freshman. Again, this is just kind of what Cale Sanderson has been able to do as he makes his way out onto the mat from Montana. Really, #1 former recruit, and his biggest test really came against Lehigh, and he answered the call with 4-1 decision. Ever since that moment, he's been able to just kind of go in his own pace, go where he wants to go, and control what's on the mat.
Exactly. And
this is, again, huge experience for not only Penn State, but really for Wyoming to see where they match up against with the best on best, and we're about to see it.
And that matchup last week against Sheldon Seymour was a huge step forward for Lilledahl, getting a takedown in the last 15 seconds of the match to close it. So, right now, both wrestlers in neutral. Braman trying to go for a quick takedown, and already Lilledahl has this leg deep. He's really deep here. He's just going to take his time and go for the trip, and that's a... They didn't call it yet. Good heads-up defense by Braman, able to stay very, very, very flexible. Luke waiting for his time to strike, trying to get the trip, and there's the first 3 of the night for Luke Lilledahl. Easy work and just... Mike, you see that these guys, when they strike and they're deep, they just understand when the opponent is in struggle mode, instead of just being hungry, there's this more methodical way of, let me make sure I don't make this mistake. Lilledahl being so careful as a freshman of just making sure I have him deep, I can stay calm, and let me just get the trip and get the easy 3 instead of making it harder than it needs to be.
Well, I think it's also his consistency too, right? He didn't let go. He didn't back off at any point. He knew he has that dominance right now to start things off, and again, we'll see it right here.
Yeah, so Lilledahl, takes a reverse position here and gets another 3. Quick 6-0 for Lilledahl, and like we're seeing, last week was amazing experience for him to get a step up, and now that he's faced his first elite competition of the season, you're seeing him show off his skills right now, and he's just continuing to ride Braman. It's going to be an exhausting match for Braman if he can't get some momentum with a minute in. Back to neutral. Lilledahl doing an excellent job watching the feet here, really trying to get his back, keeping him low, and wow, quick first 3. Just so fast. He's shown his strength, his technique already, and his speed in a half a period.
Yeah, exactly. It's just quickness and leverage right now, going for the takedowns. Already up 9-2 to start this one with about a minute 15 about time and 50 seconds of riding time. So, again, pure dominance right now by Penn State, and for Braman, what he's really looking for is just trying to just find something, right? Find a way to maybe just get something out of a point. You're obviously, if you're Luke Lilledahl, you're going to allow him to get up a couple times, get more takedowns and 3 points for your bout. But right now, you're Braman, just trying to find a way to maybe turn, you're not going to turn the tide of this bout, but you're going to try to build something personally for yourself.
Yeah, being in bottom position to end this period is going to be a tough spot. I think Lilledahl here he's either going to turn him to work for the pin here, or even just ride him out. We'll see if he lets him up. I doubt it. I think Lilledahl's like, I'm already up 9-2. Okay, he's sort of taking his time, conserving his energy. He's up 9-3 now. We'll see if he's just going to wait this out. Braman using some desperate defense here, trying to get it deep in the leg, but Lilledahl able to sneak out and get a quick takedown. The speed just being on display. And now, is Lilledahl going to go in for the kill or take his time? Still working.
Well, referee's just telling him to keep moving.
Yep.
Watch the edge of that mat.
It looks like he's trying to
get
going
his
for
back.
It.
He's got that right arm back, and he steps out.
Yep. 16 seconds left in the bout. We'll see if Lilledahl goes for a strike quickly or if he's going to take his successful period out. And we'll see what Braman can do in the bottom position here. But riding time already 1:35, so he has that point pretty secure by 35 seconds, if he even needs it. Lilledahl still working his back. He wants it. Can't consume too much energy, though. It looks like Braman's just going to defend desperately. And already, what a lightning start for the freshman.
Yeah, period 1 already down. I think you kind of look to where that last takedown was, right? Braman really looked like he surprised Lilledahl the entire way through. And all of a sudden, Lilledahl said, nah, man, I got you right where I want you. Flipped him and put him right down. I mean, again, we were talking about it earlier, just the leverage and the quickness from Lilledahl to start off has just shown what this freshman's experience already in year one can be.
It's looking like the freshman trying to turn here. Slowly working on the top of him. We'll see how long the refs let this happen. Oh, he's really going for it.
He's got his right arm.
He has his right arm.
There it
is. He has him turned. He's going for the pin.
A shot, Braman. That was really good.
Yeah, it's excellent. Excellent heads up defense by Braman to get out of that. They are going to give him 2 for the back points. We'll see if he get the pin here. Yep, they gave him another 2. So they gave him 4 for that exchange. Some people say they want the back points to be 3 as well as the takedowns, but I think the back points being 2 is appropriate.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we've got a minute left in the second period. Already riding time is almost up to 3 minutes, so.
Yeah, Lilledahl's thinking major or tech here. I mean, a tech or an actual fall here, it seems. The major is not enough in his eyes with how aggressive he is wrestling. He is trying to strike this leg. He's so deep.
On the edge of that mat.
Keeping his foot in, though.
This guy's right foot. Left foot goes out, and there's another 3.
And the crowd is extremely happy after that tech fall. That was extremely impressive. For the lack of experience there, to get that quick tech fall, he scored back points, he dominated in neutral, he dominated on the top, and we didn't really get to see him on the bottom. Pushing
this program up, I mean, just a credit to all of them, what they've been able to do, and again, just the personal experience on the 125 and then just the outside of the mat for this Penn State squad, and 133 upcoming.
3 consecutive team titles. I think that means something to this team, and it's just this higher mission that's not even individual. And obviously, if people who are familiar with Cale Sanderson, as Braeden Davis gets ready to take on number 32 ranked Stockton O'Brien, 5-3 wrestlers, had an impressive season so far for Wyoming.
Yeah, Stockton O'Brien, 5-3 as you said, transferred from Utah Valley, and high school led his high school team to 3 state titles.
Davis has this leg really deep. Stockton doing a good job keeping his leverage to not let Braeden get under him too deep. But now Braden's in a really good position to turn and get the easy, quick 3. Davis tiring out his opponent here. And Braeden Davis, he lost to Ryan Crookham last week from Lehigh in a narrow loss. And Braeden Davis here, he doesn't quite have it yet. He needs to turn that back a little bit more. We'll see if he can get much out of this, and we'll also see if he can. Yeah.
But again, really good start. Just right out of the bat, going for it. He's winning the riding time by 33 seconds currently.
And Davis was bumped down to number 11 after the loss to Crookham, but Crookham is the projected national champion potential watch. I think Braeden Davis can be included in that conversation as well at 133. I think they will see each other again throughout the season, Crookham and Davis in the postseason. But right now, Davis just looking to get a win, a much-needed win, a confidence-boosting win after a narrow loss against one of the best wrestlers in the country. Right now, Stockton's been very impressive in neutral, but once Braden's able to find a gap, it seems like once he's in, it's tough. So still in neutral here.
Well, really for Braeden Davis so far, I've been impressed with how much he's been able to move around, especially after going down with that knee.
And he's deep here on this right leg. Stockton does a good job on the initial shoot, but Braeden, I mean, all these guys who wrestle under Sanderson as he gets the 3 are just fantastic at working after the shot. It's not just getting the shot, it's the work you can do with it, and they're so patient. And it's a testament to the coaching, as Braden's going to cash in even more on this riding time, as he just got, he's 108 and counting here, so he has that point. We'll see if he can secure it. Is Davis going to work the back here or just ride him out? Reps telling him to put a little bit more work in.
He's got 15 seconds left in the period.
It's looking like he's putting in some work so he can get this period ridden out. And it looks like he's about to get 135, winning 6-1. Extremely dominant period. Stockton, I thought Stockton's neutral was the best, and then once Braeden was able to ride him, Braeden was able to have complete control. So Stockton's going to have to find a way to succeed better on bottom here as Dave selects to go top. So
yeah, and again, I've been really impressed with how much Davis has been moving around against Drexel. He needed some injury time, and he still won that one 7-5. Then he was out for a little bit with Kale Sanderson saying they just need some time to get back to 100%. Came back against Lehigh, and again, obviously lost that one. So it's important for him to come back here in BJC and make a statement.
Yeah, and here Stockton able to get that quick escape and get in neutral, which is exactly what he needed to do here. And Braeden just using his raw strength, but they get to the edge of the mat. The crowd does not like it.
I think that left foot might have stayed in.
It's definitely, it's challengeable,
it was close.
But Kale's going to let his guy wrestle. Yeah, and Braeden quickly just uses his speed to get the leg and get behind and get the takedown back that he probably in his head thought he lost. So 9-2 now with 1:22 and counting. The riding time is reaching the 2-minute mark as of now. And now that Braeden Davis is in the top position, he's going to continue to control. He knows his opponent is tired, or at least getting more tired.
So he's probably going to go right there.
Yep. He is, yep. And he knows he can take his time. As the crowd chants, "Let's go, Braeden." We'll see if it inspires him to get a little more aggressive, but I think he's going to stay nice and slow, do a nice, slow, methodical period. So we'll see if the period ends here, he'll actually be close to clinching riding time if he, with over 1 minute and 8 seconds of safety for that point. But this might be another match where the point might not even matter. So, but Braeden's really slowed it down, letting Stockton realize how tired he is. That's one psychological thing that's underrated sometimes in wrestling. And quickly, Braeden Davis just uses a little burst of energy to get another 3. It's now 12-3. Riding time, hitting 2:15 and counting. There's 14 seconds left.
One thing we've seen so far that late in the second period, both Braman and Stockton have really gone after these guys, and then these guys have just responded with quick takedowns.
Yeah. I agree 100%. And Braeden there, he almost allowed Stockton to realize, wow, like, I'm getting dominated on the bottom. I'm tired. I just have to stay strong and neutral. And then right here, he quickly goes around. It's almost like he knew that Stockton was just a beat slower, a beat short. And it's the methodical process that these Penn State wrestlers, and this is why Wyoming wanted to come to State College, to get the experience against guys who, they're not just going to beat you in one facet, they're going to beat you in every facet.
I think if Stockton O'Brien doesn't let up there, yep, he's going to flip right on.
There it is. He's going for the pin here. He's going to get it. It's close. Not quite, but he should get it. They're giving him 4 for that, and that's another tech fall for the Nittany Lions. Braeden Davis, after a very, very frustrating performance a week ago, he puts it on. Stockton O'Brien. What a fantastic match from Braeden. Have a dream start. Up 10-0, and now we're going to the 141-pound match where Bo Bartlett gets to face off against number 28, Cole Brooks. And Mike, so far, what have you seen from the Nittany Lions that's been impressive to you?
Well, I think we all knew coming into this one that Penn State obviously had a lot more talent on their end, right? Penn State known across the entire nation, maybe even the world at this point, of the wrestling talent. But I think it's been what Wyoming has done in the second period, right? They have really gotten more aggressive late in the second period, trying to use their endurance more. And Penn State has responded to those attacks with even better ones. So I think it's going to be important for them to keep going. And really, this 141, this is one I highlighted right on my books as an important one on the day.
Yeah, Cole Brooks, a speedy wrestler against Bo Bartlett. And Brooks, 4-4 record, but the majority of his losses have been tournament losses against higher-ranked opponents.
Absolutely.
So,
and really, Bartlett isn't really one of the higher scorers on the team. He's not really known for that. So I'm kind of interested to see if Brooks can't use that maybe to his leverage. But right now, Bartlett absolutely dominating.
yeah, Bartlett using his strength to get his back quickly. This could be over fast. It's over, and there's the fall. Bartlett using raw strength to just literally throw Brooks onto his back. The moment he was suspended in the air, he had no idea what was coming. A dominant display of strength for Bartlett. And you said he's not a high scorer. Gabe Willochell. Willochell, another 4-4 ranked wrestler, but lost tournament matches against higher ranked opponents. So it's almost like this phantom record, or 2-2 because two were unofficial, but still a 500 wrestler in quotes. But realistically, a wrestler who is extremely good. And this is another, it's just another rep for him against an extremely experienced opponent in Van Ness. But we'll see what Willochell can do.
Van Ness already with leverage off the start.
Already, and he is deep here. He's going to take his time. We'll see if he goes for the trip or if he's going to turn him over. He's just going to get behind quickly for quick 3. The speed by these Nittany Lions, it's just insane seeing it in front of your eyes sometimes. They're able to get behind the dude before you can even blink. But back in neutral again, it looks like Van Ness is going to try to take down, let him up, take down, let him up, because that's been, I almost call it a more modern strategy. With the 3-point takedown, sometimes it's just worth it, just not even worrying about riding them anymore. Because that one riding time point is just basically is paid back within one takedown, because now a takedown and getting a guy up is a 2-point difference instead of a 1-point difference like it previously used to be. So Van Ness deep in another shot, but Willochell might be able to stall this one out unless Van Ness is able to work from the top here. Willochell holding on Van Ness's leg for dear life here.
Van Ness got his right leg locked up, but here you go Willochell trying to get back on top.
As long as Willochell has that leg, he should be fine. He's trying to get on top.
Ooh.
Interesting strategy, trying to turn Van Ness over. It's going to be tough to do strength on strength against the #2 wrestler in the country. He's hanging on to that leg for dear life here. Still holding on. He is not letting go.
Now he's got that left arm locked right behind him.
That left arm locked, but Willochell's holding on for dear life. Impressive. This is impressive, relentless pursuit by Willochell, and able to turn that into something of his own. We'll see what they score that here.
Willochell's actually putting a really good fight up right now. I mean, the speed off of Van Ness right off the start, he's being able to match it shot for shot. And even where Willochell, when he got in sticky situations, I mean, he's basically been jumping around, just trying to get away from Van Ness and back even, and now he's going to start off top here.
Well, like I said, Willochell's gotten experience against multiple ranked opponents this season.
And this is the first time we've seen Wyoming lead today and also control riding time for 10 seconds.
So they did count that takedown before they got out, and Van Ness all of a sudden on the back foot. And Van Ness able to, with that escape, tie it 4-4. 53 seconds left. But like you said, Willochell has control of the riding time, and the riding time point has not been a factor thus far, as Van Ness gets another quick takedown. This is almost like a speed versus strength matchup. It seems like Willochell has I wouldn't call it a mismatch, but definitely a strength advantage in some ways, where he was able to, when he's able to get a good shot in, be able to move around Van Ness than I think more than Van Ness expected. But Van Ness is going to work from the top and work to try to tire him out. Van Ness being interesting. Spending energy here is interesting for extra points. We'll see if it works in his favor.
He's got 10 seconds to get something done.
He does. And he also takes control of riding time by 25 seconds. The Nittany Lion fans happy their man was able to get the lead back, but it's not even close to over for both these guys. I'm interested to see what he elects. So they're going to elect to start him on the bottom here.
I think right there on the replay, I think that's just Willochell getting a little too aggressive, and refs are going to blow it dead and have to restart. But I think the Wyoming coaching staff right now is just saying, hey, just keep moving quick. You were able to kind of, not really confuse him, but kind of outdo him speed-wise at the beginning. You got to get back up you got to get back up on your feet. Because Van Ness is just absolutely controlling everything on the mat.
100%. And Willochell, this is the position that you don't want to be here in the second period where Van Ness is going to be able to bank more riding time, and when you're getting ridden out like this, you're spending significantly more energy than Van Ness is as Van Ness works. And he's going to work and work and work. And mostly all these Nittany Lion wrestlers are fantastic. On the top, Willochell able to sneak. He's just so tough. You can see Van Ness is trying to turn him, but he's just strong. He has this strong lower body.
Trying to go for that right leg.
He's trying to go for the right leg, but once again, the strength, and there we go. Willochell starting to get more tired. Another speedy takedown for Van Ness as he punches up to that 6-point margin. We'll see if he can get a major or more here.
Got him on his back.
He got him on his back, working up top. Willochell is tired. You can see it as his mouth is starting to hang open a little more as he breathes. Van Ness
making a final push.
is deep here. We'll see if Willochell can break out. He is gasping for air. Wow, Willochell is, yep. 2 falls in a row. Oh my God. You know, the score sheet's not gonna show it, but Willochell, he showed some stuff. He did.
Willochell came out quick, but that also hurt his endurance in the long run, which then Van Ness just had to wait out. And at that point, too, I mean, you can just see it right here. He was just trying to work.
Match 2 consecutive falls, and Wyoming came here for experience, and boy, are they getting it, Mike.
Oh, absolutely. And we were just talking about it during the break. The 141, 149, and now, of course, the 157. I really circled down on my sheet as really the kind of matchups of the entire day and really to look out for. And right off the bat, I mean, Bartlett came out way more aggressive than I thought he would and really worked to his advantage. And Van Ness versus Willochell, I mean, you got to give him credit. He came out extremely quick, but Van Ness saw that, sat back more, used then his power and his longevity to win that one. And now we'll have to see what the 157 does. Again, this is probably one of the biggest ones and the final ones that I have circled down as the top 3 matchups of the day.
100%. Tyler Kasak, Flow Wrestling has him ranked as the #1 in the country. We have him at #4 after a surprising shock loss. So we'll see if Kasak definitely having a fantastic season at 157 as Levi Haines left that 157 spot to move up in weight. So the depth in this Nittany Lions team is incredible. The fact that you can have a guy win and go to the national championship at a weight class, have him move up, and then you put a guy in his place, and he's a top 5 wrestler. It's unbelievable what this program has in its depth. And Hill, as you said, one of the matches you have circled here, so far, just both guys kind of looking for stuff in this neutral position here. Kasak, though, flirting with the edge of the mat, and fantastic control of staying in the mat for that first takedown as Kasak leads 3-0.
Got picked up.
He's going to slam him down again. I love watching I love watching over 300 pounds of weight just smash against the floor.
Well, Hill really to start that one off, play a little more conservative, trying to keep his distance, let this first period kind of start off a little more slower than probably what we've seen in the past so far today. And then all of a sudden, Kasak saw that and realized, okay, here's my chance, and really went after him, flipped him on the side, and my goodness, then decided to pick him up and slam him down.
Yeah, Kasak not afraid to tire you out, as we've been seeing from a few of these Penn State wrestlers. We'll see if Kasak, and also another thing, they've all been working on top, trying to get these back points and falls, and we'll see if Kasak continues that trend.
Kasak has that right leg. Now he's got him right back on.
Yep. Doing a fantastic job riding him out. But good quick turn escape by Hill. And as Hill jabs his face, the ref's going to ask if Kasak is okay.
Now reward a point in Penn State's favor.
Crowd a little agitated after that.
It was a really good move by Hill. Yeah, he just got a little too aggressive up top.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional. Certainly wasn't legal, though.
Yeah, and ref just said it again. Make sure we're keeping it legal, guys.
So the bout score is 4-1. Contrary, and once again, when these two are both in neutral, it's tough, but Kasak able to quickly change levels, go from high-low, gets the trip. They're not going to call it yet. There's the 3. That's a little delayed 3 in my opinion. I thought he had it right when they hit the floor, but...
Because Hill almost flipped it on the floor, too, and Kasak actually flipped back on top.
Back, yeah.
It was quite acrobatic move there by Kasak and Hill. And
yeah, that's what happens when you have 2 top 20 wrestlers wrestling each other. It's unbelievable, but Kasak starting to get his groove now. I think there's this initial line of defense that Kasak consistently has to breach against Hill, that Hill's showing him, but then that level change, showing him multiple types of takedowns. It seems like these slams also are mentally getting at Hill a little bit.
And Kasak, I mean, he just the raw power just picks him up, throws him down. Now he's just going to probably ride this on out. He's got riding time over a minute now, and again, 37 seconds under for the opening period, so in full control.
Yeah, another dominant period by Nittany Lion.
And Hill really came out, again, more conservative, but I think he realized, all right, I'm down now, I got to come out a little more aggressive, and that's worked to Kasak's favor.
He has this leg deep again, but that's going to be out. Crowd very happy with 17 seconds left in the round. Kasak up 7-1 with 1:26 in riding time. We'll see if that riding time point matters today, because it has not yet, but still.
Yeah, I'd have to say for the 149, it mattered in the beginning a little bit, because definitely a faster start there for Wyoming, but now here, Kasak just going to let the period die out.
So far, bonus points consistently across the board, like we spoke about before, coming from 2 back-to-back falls. This is somehow, it feels like one of the longer matches, and it's only been a period because of how quickly these Penn State wrestlers have been gathering points. No back points this match yet. I think It's the only match so far without back points yet.
Right here, you can see Kasak just work that left leg, flip him around on top of it. That's why I think the ref kind of sat there for a second, because he wasn't sure how that was going to end up, whether Hill could maybe somehow get back on top. But both wrestlers will now go to the corners, kind of talk it over and stuff. And I think for Hill, he's exhausted right now. I think he's definitely getting a little more tired after that opening period and the conservative start that he had. For Kasak, I think, again, we've seen Penn State really dominate throughout, but I think it's the second period that we've seen Wyoming take more an aggressive approach and Penn State flip that on its head. Can Kasak do that again? He's going to start on top here, so obviously riding time will keep going, and it probably won't matter for the rest of this bout, but can he possibly end it off the jump?
Getting close to clinching it, but Kasak able to quickly keep Hill behind here, able to get him to the floor now. Kasak's still riding him out.
Kasak's not letting go. I'm kind of shocked that he didn't. There we go. So now he gets the 1 point.
Yep. Sometimes there's a method to their madness, but it's going to be tough for the aggressive strategy that you're saying Wyoming's implementing in these second periods when their wrestlers are consistently the more tired one. You can't get ridden out for 1 minute and 58 seconds and now expect to throw your offensive assault out, because even if he does throw the kitchen sink and is able to tie the match or even get a lead, his tank's probably going to be pretty low after doing that. But we'll see how Hill takes this. Until Hill's taking a more methodical approach than maybe expected, but I think that's definitely a smart idea. If Hill's going to win this, he's going to win this in the third period, especially with the riding time bearing against him.
Yeah, right now the Wyoming coaching staff continue to say work at the leg. I mean, I think Hill was trying to eye up Kasak's left leg to start that opening period, or excuse me, the second period, but right now keeps dropping down, so maybe he's going to look for a shot here.
And
man, Hill trying to flex his hips around, and Kasak just didn't move whatsoever.
Hill's really respecting Kasak's shot attempts. So we'll see if Kasak will do a level change or a quick fake or maybe even a single into a double or some switch up to confuse Hill. The fans giving their guy some encouragement. And for a week's notice switching locations to the BJC, it's a testament to this program. This place is packed.
Let alone on a Sunday too, and Hill just smacked Kasak again on the face, but Kasak goes right for that leg.
Kasak trying to go for a double leg, attacking that.
He's got 5 seconds.
A much better period for Hill. Hill conserving his energy. I'd expect him to throw the kitchen sink this next period as the seconds wane down. So, riding time not clinched. I think Hill has 2 objectives. 1, equalize the match, and 2, try to eliminate that riding time point because it might actually be a factor for once in this meet today. So, and Hill electing to start on top to delete that riding time off the bat. So.
Kasak just trying to stand right up. Yep, there it is.
He's going to let him up. He didn't have a good enough position. Makes sense.
And Hill's really got to start going for these takedowns.
Kasak has to be expecting them. Hill, not a good enough shot at the hips, and Kasak's going to capitalize, getting deep on that right leg.
Foot.
Oh, Hill's exhausted. You can tell.
He's got him right on that edge of the mat.
Yeah, he has him right on the edge of the mat. Hill should just desperately try to get out. It's probably the only chance he gets here. Still, his foot's still... Oof. His foot was barely went out, according to the judges. We'll see. They're talking about it.
Yeah, I think that left foot was out. I mean, that was like a NFL sideline catch, trying to get it done right.
Barely out, but Hill did the right thing, trying to just get out. That was probably the only thing. Yeah, he has to calm down with the face stuff.
I would say Kasak just called it again, and Kasak just slapped him in the face.
Little eye poke here.
Refs haven't called it yet.
The fans are not happy because of the prior face poking by Hill. They're not enthused by that.
Well, and refs haven't called it either, so you're saying, come on, we got to get back into this. Wyoming coaching staff not happy.
Tyler being methodical, expecting. It's smart for him to just expect. He knows his opponent has to be the one to make a potential mistake, but he has to be the one to make the shots. So Kasak playing that defensive approach deep in the period and trying to capitalize off the aggression of Hill. He does for 3. 11-2 match. He has his back. He's trying to score more points. Wyoming is...
He's got to keep that left foot in.
He does have to keep that left foot in. Still in, and now it's out. Wyoming throws the challenge brick, saying he's out. We'll see exactly what they're challenging. My guess is that the takedown, they probably thought both his feet exited during the process of it.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
what
the 3
else.
points would be revoked at that point.
Well, we'll see it right here. So still in, still in, still in, still in. Okay.
Yeah, no.
I think he's in.
Unless it's something that we don't see currently, then that should stand. Again, this is also kind of giving Hill a chance to get rested up.
Definitely another part of it.
And back to kind of what just happened a little bit earlier, where Hill has smacked Kasak twice in the face. Kasak, I don't know if he fully got into Hill's face and poked him in the eye or anything like that, but Hill kind of grabbed his face like it was. Refs didn't see, so they didn't call it. Again, here's the takedown right on the edge of the mat.
It's definitely a takedown too, and he's definitely in, so I don't see the angle of what can be.
Yep, ref called 3 there, so he's still in.
Still in. There's nowhere where he exits. They're taking a look at this though. We'll see if they're looking for something else, like you said, that we're not mentioning.
And again, outside of our camera crew and the referees, I mean, Mark Branch was really the only one that really got the best look, and his coaching got the best look over that far right side of us. So we're just going to be taking a closer look at this with 50 seconds left and the up, 14-2. You take away this 3, it definitely gives Hill a chance. But
and then on the other side, there's the chance that we're going to get another tech fall, another finish from Penn State.
Exactly.
And
I think that's like the biggest thing that Mark Brandt's trying to get done. He's trying to keep the total points to him.
And Kasak knows the score now, knows he has 51 seconds left, has the refresher, has the riding time point as well. And he's like, well, the major, as long as I defend for 50 seconds, is basically there, so why don't I go on the attack now? It's probably what he's thinking. So we'll also see what Kale has up his sleeve. But Kale seems to just be letting his guy do what he wants, not saying much. Stoic as ever.
Here we go.
You'll see the result of this challenge.
Yep, 3 points.
They maintain the 3, as we thought, and they even confirmed it, so no controversy over that call. I think you brought up an excellent point, though, that challenge probably was for Hill to get his bearings back, to recharge.
Well, again, for the total points of the duel, too, they're trying to keep it as close as possible and, again, earn some respect when we're all said and done.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough situation with the women's volleyball postseason being in the rec hall and Kale wanting to bring out his biggest guys when Wyoming's 2-star wrestlers, unfortunately, couldn't make the trip, which is unfortunate. And I think Wyoming, when scheduling this meet, was really hoping that they can have their best face Penn State's best. But Kasak taking a methodical approach. Let's see, he wants that last takedown. You can tell right there. And they're going to give him a stall. So now it is a 12-point match, which means that 3 can get into tech fall range. So a key point
Gonna go quick
for
yep.
Kasak.
There
Kasak going quick.
Hill's
Hill
got
trying
his
to
leg.
punish, holding the leg. Hill's going to
He's
hold
got 3
on to that
seconds.
leg for dear life and probably get out of this, which he does. Yep. So the first non-finish of the day. Wyoming's building off something, but at the same time, this is the teeth of the Penn State lineup coming up. We still got Starocci, the pound-for-pound #1 wrestler in the country, Levi, Haines, Josh Ball, Pokes. It's been all Penn State. They've had 4 out of 5 of their initial matches not even end within regulation. They ended early with tech falls and 2 consecutive pins. Unbelievable start for Penn State. And as we go into the second half, Mitch Mesenbrink, the #1 wrestler in the country, takes on Cooper Voorhees. And this is the teeth of the lineup for the Nittany Lions, and it's already gotten pretty ugly. So what do you think Wyoming needs to do to have a chance to give the Nittany Lions a fight in the rest of this match?
Well, I mean, we talked about it. The teeth of the lineup, right? Mitchell Mesenbrink, you just saw the graphic, 6 tech falls. I mean, that alone is just scary in itself to come out onto the mat and face him. But Cooper Voorhees, I mean, what you want to do coming right out of the gates is, I think Hills did a really good job of keeping it conservative at the front, right? Keeping them back and then working late in the first period, then keeping it even in the second period. But again, that's the main problem. If you do keep it conservative, then your kind of wear and tear goes on throughout all 3 periods. It's going to be interesting to see what Voorhees can do, and right off the bat, they're both going fast at each other.
Yeah, fast, especially for 165, and already Mesenbrink is really, really deep with this leg here. Mesenbrink gets a quick 3. Easy work, dispatching Voorhees right now. Now he's going to work the back here. We'll see he's trying to grab that left arm, working relentlessly.
Yeah, you're going to see that left leg. He's going to try to work on the
right
back
leg,
right.
yeah.
Yep, there it is. And then you're going to lock at the hips. Yep.
Fantastic
And just
leverage,
gonna watch him flip.
positional control, and try to go for the turn.
He's got that right arm locked behind him.
Locking up that left arm, locking up that left leg. And he's just gonna try to hook and turn here, but Voorhees.
I mean, already a great start.
Yeah,
I mean,
reaching
right
off
off
the
the
left, there's
bat.
that turn attempt. Voorhees able to push up and get Mesenbrink off the favorable leverage he had, but still he has those arms and legs locked up, so Voorhees is kind of just suffering.
When he's got him underneath that left arm too, and he's just trying to flip him on the side, and yeah, he's starting to get top leverage here. Voorhees able to even out again on the mat, so Mesenbrink's gonna have to probably work from high to low again. Yep, there it is. He's gonna try to get that left arm under. Nice shot by Voorhees, man. He's just flipping around.
He's flopping like a fish, but it's working, and he has the leg and the arm. We'll see. He just has to get his back
Mesenbrink's gonna turn.
parallel. There it is. He had it for 1 millisecond. Somehow able to quickly turn around to get to his stomach again, Voorhees was. I don't know how he was able to slip between the grasp of Mesenbrink, but he's hanging for dear life.
I mean, Mesenbrink was, as you said, like half a second away from ending this, and he's got him again.
Close again. Just has to get
got
parallel.
that right shoulder.
And again, near. I'm surprised they didn't score. I guess not either. There's Mesenbrink was claiming for his points. Yep. I was just about to say, I'm surprised they didn't give any points out because he turned him twice, but there just was a clear miscommunication with the refs not showing him. He literally asked them. He's going for it again. So it's 7-0 the score of the bout as that 4-point.
Right shoulder somewhat down, but man, Voorhees is just able to win on the mat a little bit.
Yeah, he's able to survive on the mat.
He's got Mesenbrink's right foot right there.
Yeah, I see that.
Just holding on for dear life, under 30.
That's another 4. Yep. So it's 11-0 now. So that's 2 4-point moves in the same
10 seconds
exchange here. Yep. And the riding time was essentially an entire period.
15 seconds less than the entire period.
2:45. Impressive. 11-0. We spoke about it. Penn State wants to sink its jaws here. This final 5 is where the damage gets dealt. So far, Wyoming, they're taking the punch, but how are they going to respond to taking the punch now? We'll see as Voorhees takes top position.
I don't know if they can. Mesenbrink's going to start off quick here. Just going to get right up and flip him right back around. Yep, there it is.
Gets out quick.
And look, he's coming right back after him.
Well, a takedown and it's a tech. That's all he needs.
He's got it.
And it's over. Unbelievable. Another finish. They could potentially go. Their finish rate could hit the 80 to 90% today. It could be within that range here, Mike. I'm trying to find a knack to give Mesenbrink.
And Mesenbrink, just a heck of a job. He's #1 in the nation for a reason.
So now we have Levi Haines, who moved from 157, and everybody had questions of, wow, Levi's about to add almost 20 pounds to his frame for his season this year. How's he going to adjust to that? Well, he's going to adjust to that by being the #2 wrestler in the country and not even stop where he left off. And honestly, he might have more in his arsenal at this bigger weight than he did at 157.
I think that's one of the biggest points, is that he has been able to grow into this new weight class and really dominate off the bat. But again, as you said, his arsenal has just been able to develop under Cael Sanderson. It's been a heck of a turnaround for this young man.
100%. And an aggressive exchange here in neutral. Davis showing some speed off the bat. And, you know, Levi has trademark speed. So we'll see how Davis is able to react. And it seems like he's doing speed on speed.
Well, Davis almost was able to grab the head of Haines and push him down. Haines really good quickness to get out of it.
Still going for hand fighting. Haines trying to pull his upper back lower, and Davis trying to show him a variation of levels he wants to attack, and Haines seems unfazed, but going the same way. Haines also trying to find openings of all sides, and Davis doing a good job defensively.
He's backing him up right here. Perfect opportunity to go for the leg, but he couldn't get that leverage down low. He's looking for it.
Davis looking for his first win of the season this year. And Haines has that thing deep. He's going to get it, yeah. That was high. Deep, deep shot. That might have been one of the deepest shots I've seen in the night. The moment he had that connection, Davis knew he was in. Now Haines can begin working on the top, which we've seen all day, and already trying to flip him.
That left shoulder is a little down.
Yeah, but he has that leg good. He just has to pull him.
Ref's looking for it.
Yep, Levi really trying.
Levi just needs a little bit of a jolt.
The body control by these Wyoming guys has been impressive. It's escaping, narrowly escaping, but Davis is struggling. He has him so deep. That's 4 points of back points, but another escaping a finish. So now We're at 7-0 is the score after another 4-point move. And
there it is.
Haines just trying to continue to turn. He's so close. Has that head and that leg.
He's on top.
They're probably going to call it really soon. There it is. Another fall. This is unbelievable. Extra points, extra points, extra points. Penn State, that's 3 falls on the night, and then a bunch of tech falls and 1 major. That's what the Nittany Lions are working with. The senior from Wyoming and 4-time national champion Carter Starocci, obviously on the quest to be the first 5-timer ever, Mike, and he's on a mission. And Kale, he preaches his wrestlers to wrestle beyond for themselves, so you know Starocci is wrestling for much more than the accolades, but the accolades matter.
Oh, absolutely, and again, for Ethan Ducca, this is going to be a heck of a time. He's making a season debut right now. He missed the middle portion of last season, the early part of this season with injuries, but he's fully back, and what better way to welcome you back with Carter Starocci as your matchup.
And Starocci, arguably the quickest wrestler in all of collegiate wrestling. He has a refined arsenal of moves that he can do, and he's been in every single moment, a big moment this sport has to offer. And he's a man on a mission. And when a man's on a mission, there's a quick shot, but he has that lower leg. I'm expecting a trip or potentially a turn as he tries to change levels, and now he gets on him quick for the 3.
Yep, springs him right down and get 3 points to his name now. There we go, working on the map.
He's just going to work, and he's worked some of the best. So
he's got that right hand locked right now.
They're hungry today, these Nittany Lions. This is what happens, and Kale's like, hey, well, the boys are going to all wrestle today. You better give them a show, and they're definitely doing that. But
well, look, you're going to see he's got that back right leg locked. He's got him back on the shoulder.
The shoulder
Ref's looking
and the
for
leg
it
again. Not quite, though. I think Starocci was expecting points, gets his points. 7-0, just another lightning fast start, and he's turning them again, trying to get more points here.
He's got that leg locked. He's got
There's
the shoulders down.
He has the leg really locked, and now he's in
there
trouble.
It is, a little bit
Ducca's
of leverage.
in a lot of trouble, and it's over. Another fall. 2 separate batches of back-to-back falls, Mike. I don't know if I've ever seen that in my life before.
And look, he walks right over to center mat, takes everything off, walks right off. Business as usual for Carter.
Barr, who the freshman was extremely good win for him last week at Lehigh in Allentown.
This is one of the most exciting matchups of the day if you're a Penn State fan. Josh Barr has been an exciting guy to watch in his freshman year. I mean, just coming right out of the gates, Big Ten Freshman of the Week, as you can see. I mean, he has just been absolutely dominant. It's been fun to watch, and Kale Sanderson has really kept his eye on him and has been able to improve him to make sure that that number 7 next to his name is definitely warranted.
I could see that number 7 getting to an even higher number potentially, but
well, he continues to rise.
Like you said, like Kale, week in, week out, his improvement each match is very noticeable, and that's why it's exciting to watch him as he gets a takedown within the first 15 seconds of this match. We're watching Barr. We're watching him grow this season, and that's very exciting if you are a fan of the sport, if you're a fan of Nittany Lions wrestling, if you're a fan of Big Ten wrestling and want the conference to be competitive, as he goes for another razor quick takedown, double leg, alternate hip, and he's gonna have that right leg bad. We'll see how he works from the top. You know, we watched a lot of upperclassmen who are masters at working and getting as much points as possible from the top operate. We'll see what Josh Barr picked up from his peers.
Right now, Barr's just trying to get up top with head, and then he lets him loose, and then he gets him right back down.
Yeah, with the 3-point takedown, it's sometimes a good idea. It can sometimes finish off a match even faster than trying to get back points. So
he's right there. He's got to flip around if he wants these 3 points.
There it is. This could be another fall potentially. 3 in a row would be unbelievable.
Almost got it.
Really close. That's at least 4. There it is.
Look, he's holding for dear life, but he's trying to push him right
9-2,
back.
going right back for it. And and still able to narrowly survive, but a plethora of points for Barr. It's now 13-2. The matchup as Barr just cashed in there. Did everything besides get the fall, essentially. And
he's going to let him back up, just get back to this.
And the only reason the match is not over is just because of the sheer will of Whitaker to not want to get to not want to get pinned, excuse me.
That left shoulder's almost down there.
There's the pin. Well, we had a back-to-back falls, a little break, and then 3 falls in a row, Mike.
Josh Barr just coming right out of the gates and showing the nation again. A little bit of a smirk as he raises his hand, but showing the
match as the #2 wrestler in the country, Greg Kerkvliet, takes on Kevin Zimmer. And as you can see, Greg Kerkvliet has finished every single one of his opponents on the year, and he has a mission beyond just trying to get back to a national championship. He has a unique opportunity, and that's that his rival, Gabe Stevenson, who he has never beaten since high school, is back. And he has a chance to see him in the postseason for the last time and potentially get the last laugh on a decades-old rivalry.
It'll be a fun one to watch, but right here, I mean, you got Kevin Zimmer, who currently this season is 2-5, and those 5 losses all came against ranked bouts. So he's faced a lot of ranked opponents. So this is no different from what he's been able to face all season long. See if he can't get it done here.
And Greg
Kerkvliet already backing him down.
Changing levels here. Quickly gets behind for the quick 3.
Lets him right back up.
Lets him right back up. You know Greg's thinking finish, it's just which one?
You know, we were talking about it during the break, already 49-0. I mean, we're in all likelihood going to see 50 unless Zimmer's able to pull off one of the biggest upsets we've probably seen this season.
So it's been a season full of crazy upsets, so nothing's impossible, but when you're down 6-1 a minute in, it makes it pretty tough.
It's tough, and again, he's just going to let him right back up, so for Zimmer, a big win here would be getting late into the second period and again trying to tire out Kerkvliet because he's coming right out of the gates and he's looking to finish this one off the bat.
Yeah, and with him finishing every single one of his matches, and if he does get this finish, Penn State will have finished 9 out of 10 today against Wyoming. So a costly flight, not just monetarily, but a little bit morally too for this Pokes program.
That's kind of what we talked about in the beginning of the broadcast, just kind of Wyoming seeing where they're face up against the #1 team in the nation.
And already Zimmer visibly looking tired. I mean, it's tough when a 285-pound dude is just, you know, pressing your entire body against the floor. And Greg is now working that shoulder and that leg, which we've seen all night.
Right now,
Greg's going to take his time.
Yeah, he looked up at the time. He's got 50 seconds and 37 of riding time and counting. So he's going to let him up, make it 9-3, which means probably going to see the second period here unless Greg's able to get something going here in the final 30.
It would have to be like a takedown and a turn, and it will either be a pin or enough points to get the tech. But even then, like you said, we're probably going to see a second period, which is amazing. You can see Zimmer, at least where I'm standing, I saw drops of sweat fall off his forehead, and Zimmer gets reversed immediately by Kerkvliet. His offensive attempt goes backwards for the poke.
Kerkvliet trying
now
to flip him
Kerkvliet
over.
trying to get the turn. It's another 4 points. So that will be 16-3 because of the back points.
Zimmer kind of thought time ran out before the 4 counted, so he's looking at his coaching staff. And again, he's going to start on bottom, so probably Kerkvliet's going to let him get up immediately. He is 16-4. Again, perfect striking range to end this.
You can see him heavily breathing already, a period in, Zimmer is. And Kerkvliet, with a tired opponent,
right back for it.
Yeah, with a tired opponent, Kerkvliet's going to try to get the fall if he can, but he might get too many points, and the match might end before then.
He's trying to work that shoulder
too many points
down.
even exist.
Zimmer's trying to
it does.
flop.
Yeah.
There's 2. There's 3.
He's trying for it, and there's the tech. Greg Kerkvliet looks up. I think he wanted his pin, but you'll take a finish, Greg, and That's unbelievable. 9 out of 10 finishes for Penn State. Greg Kerkvliet trying to get back to a national championship.